All right, for number 3, we're given this polynomial and we're asked to state the number of possible real zeros and turning points, then determine all the real zeros by factoring. All right, so this is a 4th degree polynomial. We can tell that from the largest exponent. And what that means is that there's a maximum of 4 real zeros. There'll be a total of 4 zeros, but some of them may not be real zeros. There's a maximum of 4 real zeros. The turning point, there will be this number minus 1, so there's going to be 3 turning points. All right, so now let's find the zeros of this. We'll set it equal to 0. And then we can factor this. Remember that when we have a polynomial that goes from 4th degree to 2nd degree down to a 0 degree, we can factor this just as we would a simple x squared, or a simple quadratic function. Just we'll need to have x squared here instead of x. And now we need 2 numbers that multiply to negative 36 and add to negative 5. So that's going to be negative 9 and positive 5. And you can check that this is going to end up here. X squared times x squared is x to the 4th. Negative 9 times x squared is negative 9x squared plus 5x squared. That's going to give us our, no, sorry, not 5, 4. Good thing I checked. Plus 4x squared is negative 5x squared. And then negative 9 times 4 is negative 36. All right. So now we have 2 factors that are being multiplied together and they equal 0. So the zero product property tells us that one of these 2 has got to be 0 in order for our product to be 0. So if x squared minus 9 is equal to 0, we can add 9 to both sides. We get x squared is equal to 9, so x is plus or minus 3. Over on this side, we get x squared plus 4 is equal to 0. Subtract 4 from each side, we get x squared equals negative 4. Take the square root of both sides, you get x is equal to plus or minus the square root of negative 4. Which we can, that's going to be equal to the square root of negative 4, we can express that as the square root of 4 times the square root of negative 1. And remember that the square root of negative 1 is I. So this is going to be x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 4, which is 2, and times the square root of negative 1, which is I. So our 4 zeros are plus or minus 3 and plus or minus 2i.